Hi, my name is Kaddish Roberts, and today we're going to be showing you a little snippet of a track program that we have for track and field athletes, most specifically sprinters and jumpers. I'm going to be showing you 6 exercises today. It's going to consist of 1 core, 2 lower body, 2 upper body, and 1 total body exercise. And we're just going to show you how it's done for anybody that's willing to get stronger, faster, everything that's for to be on the track. Here we have flexion for the core, regular crunches. Notice the hip and knee joints are about 90 degrees each. That's what we want to maintain. We're gonna inhale and exhale excessively so we could maintain a strong core. Also, our lower back will be on the floor. Remember to have hands behind the head, thumb touching the ears, and we want to raise our chest. Using the same cues for a regular crunch. For this regression, for anybody who's not able to do a regular crunch, we have our feet on the floor and we're doing the same setups that we have for the regular crunch. Instead, we're just sliding our arms up to about our heel. Remember to keep chest up. Try not to use your neck or shoulders as much. For the progression, same cues as before, except this one you might have a little more of an arch. Just try to keep it down as possible. We're going to lower our legs out to about 6 inches and then spread them wide. And we're going to crunch up, trying to maintain our leg length off the floor and crunch. For our first leg exercise, we have a hip dominant exercise, unilateral, resistant bands for our hip flexion. You want to feel a nice resistance on the band pulling on your leg. And then you want to raise your leg to about 90 degrees. Now this is an isometric hold, so it's going to be done for about 15 seconds. And then you switch legs and do the same thing. Now during this exercise, it will be common to see your legs shaking. That's quite alright. That just means your muscles are working to try and maintain the position that you are holding. And it just means your muscles are firing rapidly for those constantly 15 seconds. And that's why there will be a rapid fatigue. And that's the best part of the resistance band training for this exercise. For the regression of the exercise, we're going to use a prop, in our case a foam roller. You could use a chair or anything that you could use to maintain balance. Also, we're not going to move out as far in the resistant band, and we're not raising the hip as high. The same 15 seconds applies to holding and then switching legs. For the progression for this exercise, we're going to do the same steps seen in the first video for a base for this event. And then we're going to take another step a little bit further out so we can have a little bit more resistance on it. We're going to lift our leg to about 90 degrees. And this time your leg is going to stick out a little bit. So extend at the knee joint and it'll stick out. And that will make the exercise much harder. For our second leg exercise, we're going to have a knee dominant jump squat. This is to help on explosion and power and all the sorts. We're going to start with our arms up so we can have an eccentric jump instead of a concentric jump. Make sure our hips come down to about halfway down, 90 degrees again. And we're going to jump and push out as hard as we can. Remember to reach for the stars as high as you can as you come up and come back down. Remember to maintain proper landing so injuries could be avoided. For the regression, for most people that may not be able to do the jump squat, first we're going to teach them how to land from a jump squat. So we're going to have the person just rise up, arms in the air, and then fall into a squat position of the starting concentric part of the exercise and restart from there. And that way we can get the person to learn how to do the jump squat properly and safely as well. For the progression of the exercise, we're going to have a deeper squat starting off from the floor. We're going to jump up as high as we can. Remember to maintain proper landing form, and we're going to explode up, reach as high as we can, and jump up as high as we can. Remember to always maintain proper landing form so we can avoid any and all issues. We have a total body exercise, which could also be used for a core exercise as well. We have the bird dog. Now in this exercise you might see an arch, but this an excessive arch, and this too much of a rounding in the back is bad. So a little bit is okay. We're gonna start off by moving both opposite arms and legs, going straight up in a quadruped position, and switching legs going each time. Remember to have full control of the body, reach out as long as possible, and come back down. For the progression of this exercise, we're going to come up in a plank position or push-up position, and we're going to do the same. Now this makes it a lot more difficult. We're using a lot more muscles in our legs, arms, abdominal area to maintain form. The regression of the exercise, we're going to lay flat on our stomach. We're going to do the same thing, raise the opposite arm and leg. Now this is mainly going to use more of your back extensor muscles than any other muscles. This will make it much easier to do. Here we have a horizontal bent over lateral raise. We're going to slightly bend our knees and make ourselves about parallel to the floor. You're going to raise up your arms nice and straight, coming up to about parallel to the floor. Make sure we have a neutral spine, head straight, connected with the spine. Try not to shrug as seen there. You want to use the correct muscles. Also, we don't want to rely on our ligaments dorsi as much. That's a nice parallel line we have there. Keep it coming down nice and controlled. You don't want to go too forcefully up or too forcefully down. Here we have a head supported bent over dumbbell lateral raise. Now this helps in supporting our body so we won't cheat as much in using other muscles. We use the correct muscles to do this exercise. Remember to maintain full body control of the exercise. Do not swing too hard upwards or downwards. Maintain full control. For the progression of the exercise, we have a single dumbbell lateral raise. Now this makes it a lot harder because now we're just using one side of the body, while the other side of the body has to remain stable to continue doing the exercise. So remember, same rules apply. Maintain full control of your arms. Do not go too hard upwards. Do not go too low downwards. Now that we just saw a horizontal pull exercise, here we have a vertical push exercise. We have the Arnold press. Now the Arnold press, you want to have your arms right in front of you, palms facing you, and as you push up, we pronate our arm so our palms face forward afterwards and come back down to the position of the palms facing the body again. Remember to maintain full control of the body. Keep going up. Try not to arch your back as much, and also use your traps. We want to use more of our shoulders or deltoids. For regression, we're going to be seated so our back is supported against the wall. Make sure to do the same thing. Rules apply. Start with our palms facing our body, and then pronate the arms to where the palms are facing outside the body, and pronate back in and come back down to complete the exercise. Progression of the exercise, we're going to do singular dumbbell presses. We're going to raise one arm up while maintaining position of the other arm and go back up. Remember to keep using the same form that was done in the regular ones, and try not to twist too much from side to side and going up. Maintain position as well as possible.